Previously on Edge to Edge, me and Megatron decided to climb Ben Nevis, but unfortunately, when we got to the top, the weather wasn't too great. Alright, just on my way now round to Glencoe. That's what I came here for. The light is... I'm just chasing the light at the minute, as always. But it should be pretty good. I had a really good sleep after yesterday's trauma. But yeah, so we're just heading round now to Glencoe. And I've got to walk the dog, feed the dog, get the dog prepped, and then I can go out and hike. See you in a minute, guys. So right now I've just got down to Glencoe. Just trying to dry out some stuff that got absolutely soaked yesterday in Ben Nevis. So I'm just drying out most of my gear, like the tarpaulin, all my jackets and stuff. I got absolutely drenched in Ben Nevis yesterday. So should be able to reach sunset right now. So I'm just going to go up to the visitor centre, just check out what the weather's doing, and make a few notes of what's actually going to happen over the next few days while I'm here, and then go from there. Repack all the gear up, and then we're off. Great. A lot of people have been asking me how I'm getting my power on this trip. I've been off grid now for about a week. Start of the year I went off about 2 weeks, and people have been asking me how am I getting my power. This is a 200 watt solar panel. This is connected to a 1200 watt Goal Zero electric generator. So in full sun I can normally pull about 120, 130 watts. So look, now the sun's coming out. So if I take you inside to the van, so the wire just runs here, look. So this is my output. I've got 27 watts going out, and I've got, well look, now I've got 73. So it just varies. I leave, well, 82 now, look. So this is how I managed to stay off grid. That's running my fridge, Goal Zero lantern, charging up my GoPro batteries, and a GH5 battery. Oh, and a watch as well, and a Garmin watch. So all I need to do now is tap that into my meter. So I've got a 0.9 soft grad on, and then the polarizer adds another stop, so it's 3, 6, 9 plus the 1, that's 4 stops. If I go into filter compensation, it gives me a new reading of 2.5 seconds right now. So I'm going to dial that in right now. Because I refocus, I'm always in manual. I'm going to push forward a little bit. Alright, let's move this camera. So I've just moved GH5 because I've moved. So it's just a matter of waiting right now. All I'm doing right now is waiting for the sun just to peek around the corner and touch the, it's not going to expose very well, touch the side of these mountains here. Then I think we'll be onto a good one. Just get this little microfiber. Everything's getting really steamed up. So if I give that a quick wipe, that's helped. That looks alright. I think it's just this one here, polarizer. It's looking a bit steamy. Alright, let's go for it. Refocus, set that to there, I like that. It would be better if there was no grass. Just push forward again. Just get this amazing reflection. Make sure I'm level, which I'm not. Got these really right stuff pegs, what do you call them? Spikes on at the minute. They've been really handy. The last thing I want is misty shots because of my filters. Microfiber club does that. Slip that into slot 1. Push that down kind of where I need it. So obviously I've just taken another 4 stops of light away. So I need to allow for that. This always happens. I think I'm finished, and the little voice in my head goes, nope, wait a little bit longer. And now literally the sun is pouring down into the valley. I don't know what you can see back there. I'm going to hold out for a little bit longer because it's going to become quite nice in a minute. Hopefully. So let's hold out. Let's sit here and wait. When it's really cold like this, like below zero, you just go, always have a cloth or something. Well, I always do. I always have a cloth in my pocket, microfiber, just to keep cleaning my lenses. Keep mainly the filters. They just steam up. And you obviously spent all that time getting your exposure and your composition, and then you get back into the lab, and then all your images are blurred because you didn't clean up your lenses. It is looking really good right now. There's a lot of like smoke. See, if I had the 4x5, I could probably reach that because it's 235mm. I've already got 64mm. Right now, let's pull this filter down. I'm just cleaning it. So I've got my, just turned my leaf soft grad filter to the, probably about 45 degrees, just to cut the sky, but not actually the mountain itself. So it's knocked off a bit of the sun, which is good. This is a 0.9, so 3 stops. Grad, soft grad. Still got my polarizer on. Oh man, it's nippy. Oh, my legs are still sore. Carrying that bag, I need to travel a lot lighter. That bag was 23 kilos climbing up Ben Nevis. That is a lot of gear to carry. Tent, food for me. The dog was carrying his own food, bowls and water and stuff, so that wasn't too bad. But I need to get down to about 10 to 12k. I think I can handle that. I'll be able to climb a lot faster and further with 10 to 12k, 23k up like that kind of an incline. It's not good. Definitely, I'm glad I took the tent and stayed over because I don't think I had to get back down. But yeah, I might put a link up here somewhere to that video. Here. Or here. One of them ones. Let's get this one. So I've lost detail now in the clouds. The clouds are completely blown out. But it's bringing a nice, it's backlighting this lump here, this mountain here. It's giving a nice backlight. That's currently backlit right now, but it's getting stronger and stronger. So I'm not going to get that much more out of it, but I'm just rinsing it. Then I need to go and eat because I haven't even had breakfast yet. Alright guys, have you ever wondered how clean the water is in, generally when you see like a stream, like a flowing stream of water, how clean that water is? Can you drink it? Can you not drink it? I'm going to do a test with this. I've been doing, as I go around the world, I've been testing out different elements of water. This is a parts per million tester. It tests for how much metal is actually in the water. Is it safe to drink? I drink distilled water at home. I distill my own water at home. Then I add the electrolytes and stuff back into it because where I live right now in London, currently, I think the last test I did, I'm switching arms, my arm's hurting. The last test I did, it was like 265 parts per million. I tested a bottle of Evian, do you know Evian the water? Bottled water, and that was 308 parts per million. When I tested my distilled water, it's 0. It's like 0.11, whatever it is. So I'm just going to do this test. I found a stream here in Scotland, and I'm going to test the water and see whether I can drink it, if it's good for my dog. Can I obviously boil it and cook with it, and go from there, because obviously carrying water is very heavy. I'm now going to scoop some water up from the actual stream, and we can test it. There you go. So I'm doing this. This is no. So here you go. I've just scooped that up now. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to get the meter out and we'll test it right now. I will say though, if you are drinking water from a stream or like this, make sure, I mean there's waterfalls coming down from up the top of the mountain. Just make sure that you've got to be quite careful, because if there's like an animal or something that died upstream, say like a sheep died, it then contaminated the water, you've got to be really careful that obviously you're not drinking that water, because the body would have started to disintegrate into the water, and obviously then you'll be drinking it and ingesting that yourself. So just be careful, like use common sense. I mean, I don't do that all the time, but it's just nice to know that that water right there in this current situation, in this moment, is clean. But it's not always going to be clean, so always, if you can, carry like a Sawyer, a filter system, or even carry the little meter just to test as you go around and hike in Scotland or wherever you are in the world. Just that's all I do. I've never had any issues with it. I've been doing it for a few years now, but I'm not saying do it. It's just use common sense, guys. I mean, it's not hard. If you do see some like sheep or something up the road dead, then obviously don't drink the water if it's close to the water, because it can seep through the ground and into the water stream. So just be aware, use common sense, and be safe. Let's do this. So turning it on. It's already calibrated. It's ready to go, as you can probably see. Let's do this now. That says 0. Can you see that? That says 000. Okay. Let's test it. Let's try and read that. Hold. So as you can see, can you see that? If I can get that in focus. That says 0.15. So that I consider that extremely clean. I'd drink that. That's better than the water we have at home in London, straight out the tap. My dog can drink that. I can drink that. I can cook with that. I can even wash all my clothes and stuff with that. And that's really good. So yeah, that's and even just for the people that go, let's do it again. Let's reset it. Now that the sensor is wet, let's do it again. So we get an accurate reading. Hold it. Yeah. 0.15 parts per million. 0.15 parts per million. That is insane. Yep. So that's I could wash. I'll do anything in that. That's mad. Alright guys, I think just put the dog away quick. I think might have a shot up here. So before the light changes, I quickly ran back, got my stuff, and now I'm heading up to a spot. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see on my watch. Let me change the exposure. So on my watch, I've got a compass built in, and wherever I go, I scout. I get to a new place, I get my bag, scouting bag, I go out for a walk. So I know the sun's going to set. That's west, right there. So the sun's going to set there any minute now, and this should all go pink. But because of my watch, or you can have any compass, but it's handy to have it on your watch. You can just check it out, and then you can scout and know where the west is. So I think I've got the shot, but it's best to hold out. That's completely flat light now, it's gone. So I've got the last little bit of that, but this has still got a bit of potential in it. So I'm just going to wait, see if that goes pink, because the sun should dip literally where that V is, where that hot spot is. That should dip in right in between there. That's west. There's a big massive chunk of red sky, just a fluffy cloud that's just turned red. I'm going to take another image. I'll put this one up as well. So I think in those last few minutes that you think you've got it, just hang around a little bit longer. Chuck a few different options up, do different if your camera allows it, do different aspect ratios if you can. Run out of battery. Yeah, so if you can, if your camera allows it, do a few different aspect ratios. I'm always doing 4:3 or that 62, what is it? 65 by 24. That's all I'm ever doing. Just collect as much data as you possibly can, because this is one moment in time that is not going to be replicated. Glencoe is actually right behind me there, but I didn't really get much of a chance to see it because the weather was so flat. But this side looks really, really good. This moment in time will never be, you'll never probably see this light like this. Well, I won't for a very long time. I'm going to go back the other way. And then I'm just going to keep collecting as much data as I can, because I can. And I've got these, I keep saying, I've got these new SD cards. They write 300 megabytes. They're absolutely insane. Each image that I'm taking right now is about 120 megabytes, give or take, raw. And it's already straight away ready to review if I wanted to. Whereas before, on the 100 meg cards, it's just buffering. And when you're shooting this quick, you don't want the light to run out, so just invest in some decent cards. It seems stupid, doesn't it? Like, you spend all this money on the gear, but you don't want to spend over 100 quid on an SD card. It's kind of counterproductive, really. Or even storage. I always buy the best storage I possibly can. So I've been scouting around all day, guys. I don't know if you can see me, actually. Can you see me? Kind of. So I've been scouting around all day in Glencoe. I knew the sun, because of my watch, obviously, was going to set literally in between that gap. I was reading it, I was reading the light. Literally, you need to read the light like a book. So work out where it's going to rise, where it's going to set. Kind of look at some other photos that you've seen and literally take apart these other photos. When you get to a new place, take apart that photo and read the shadows. What way do you think was it taken? Was it taken in the morning? Was it taken in the evening? Was it midday? I know that the sun, there's a famous, there's not a famous photo on Google of Glencoe, but I know the sun was up there. Because I came here this morning, there's no way Glencoe was in full sun this morning, is in full shadow. So I knew then that the sun's going to set over there. That photo must have been taken around midday from over there. So I knew to be here for midday. That's what you need to do. You need to, if you see a photo that you like, take it apart. The trick is in, especially when you're doing portraits, look at people's catch lights. You can see the what light modifier they've used. Just read the light. Start trying to build up your understanding of light. It helps quite a lot. So that looks so flat right now. It's a shame because I really wanted to photograph that. But I'm going to have to come back in the winter. Maybe when it's all in snow, it might look a bit better when it's in snow. Covered in snow. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to head down south now, down to Lake District. So that's tomorrow. Let's go. Alright guys, I've just got down literally just in the nick of time. Dog's walking around like a nutter. We haven't got much time. Megatron, right there. Come on, out the way. Dog's right in the way. That looks alright at the minute, but it's looking a bit flat. There's a lot of mist rolling in from the fields at the minute. So if I stand in the water here, shoot that way. That's my starting point. Right guys, I just want to highlight something. This is exactly where I stood yesterday morning from 5 AM. This is where I came down, and look at the difference now. So I just want to highlight a very simple point. Don't take each moment for granted. Every moment is individual in that moment. Obviously the light is obviously completely different in that moment. If you see a moment of light or in time that just takes your breath away, and you stand there in awe like this, like then just take the photo there and then, if you can, with whatever you've got, mobile phone, obviously DSLR or mirrorless or whatever you're shooting. Just capture that moment there and then. Don't assume it's going to be like that again tomorrow. The weather just changes so quick, and you'd have missed that moment. So if I'd come down today and stayed in bed yesterday and not got up at 5 and come down for sunrise at 6:30, I would have missed this.